Next up is My Pretend Friend. Oh my god. Uh, the opening scene has the opening music playing a second early as the Right Path 2 opening shot with the windmill on screen. See, Lala yells, "Big hug!" and everyone comes to give each other a big hug. So yeah, Dipsy's chosen for a TV event. These kids are making a pretend friend out of like a mop and like a ball and some sweaters. It's very weird. They draw a face on the toy ball. Like, I'm surprised they don't get in trouble for that. But yeah, this is the only UK TV appearance to have the bendy dance. This is a very weird dance where, like, I think this is actually one of the last dances ever made. I could be wrong. One of them. Actually, I think there's another one that we're gonna get to later. But yeah, very weird. It has the shortened opening music being high pitched, kind of sounding like the second half of the extended opening music. And the windmill whooshing sound is heard, and then like half of the first part of the magical event tune is heard, and they run off and watch the dancing bear. And this is the last UK TV episode to have the dancing bear dancing twice, apparently. And yeah, and the windmill stops spinning. The last few seconds of the sparkles disappearing are cut as it fades to the voice trumpet being halfway up. Yeah. Um, in the Sunday special version, this event is in the middle of the episode. I think it might be the same version from Hanukkah. Uh, I'm not sure if like he still danced twice, but yeah. And then at the end they do the bendy dance, and the windmill actually stops spinning before it shows the Teletubbies saying "uh-oh." Yeah, much like before, like it plays the whooshing sound for several seconds until like half the stop spinning sound plays. This version of the dance is also seen on the DVD release of Dance with the Teletubbies as a bonus feature, but it cuts out the part where the Teletubbies say "uh-oh." Tinky Winky's the missing Teletubby and Lala's the boo shouter. Cricket. No, this does not involve cricket. This one has a scene where the Teletubbies are walking sideways and stuff. I think like Dipsy's chosen for a TV event. I didn't write it down. It's either Dipsy or Poe. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't write it down. I don't really feel like checking right now since my computer is a piece of crap and like just like wouldn't let me sign in earlier, so I had to shut it down, and now I'm very angry. So yeah, I'll correct myself in the description. I know it's not Tinky Winky, but yeah, these kids are playing cricket, which is kind of like baseball, kind of. This kid has like a giant water bottle in one part, and I always thought that was pretty weird. And then there's a scene where like Tinky Winky steals Lala's ball and like runs around with it until he finds his bag and starts playing with that. It's very weird. It ends with a different Sun Baby clip instead of the one that usually shows up after a TV event. Dipsy's the missing Teletubby and Tinky Winky is the boo shouter. Now Mudhole. This has a similar opening scene to in Bird Bath, this time with Tinky Winky and Poe having trouble eating Tubby Toast because they're laughing so hard. But yeah, as the Right Path 2 opening shot with the windmill on screen and the zoomed out window clip. Dipsy's chosen for a TV event. These kids are playing in the mud. It's a very weird scene. But then there's like something weird going on this next scene. The narrator says, "One day in Teletubby Land, too early." Apparently. Yeah, he says it too early, apparently. And like a mud puddle appears. Lala steps in it, and her feet get all dirty. And Dipsy falls in it, and his bum is dirty. This reminds me of this one Groundling Marsh episode I saw, where like, Galileo pretended that like the sky was falling, and tried to save Maggie, and then he fell in the mud, and like, Maggie's like, "You got mud on your bum! Mucky bum! Mucky bum!" Oh my god. That's such a weird scene. That, oh my god, I didn't even think about that until like earlier this month when I was making this. But yeah, yeah. Apparently, it has a different Sun Baby clip at the end instead of the one that usually shows up after a TV event once again, and the voice travels halfway up. At the end of the Sunday special version, they go do the splashing dance. I think it's the same version from Paddling Pool, but without any opening shots. Tinky Winky's the missing Teletubby and Lala's the boo shouter. My home is a boat. Oh my god, this one's an interesting episode. This one has the opening scene where, like, the Teletubbies are trying to go out the door all at the same time. Like, didn't we discuss about this before? You can't do things all at once. Yeah. One at a time, you know. Yeah, the opening music plays a second early. In the first few seconds of the Right Path 2 opening shot with the windmill on screen are cut. Lala's chosen for a TV event. These kids live on a boat that looks like someone's home, and that's pretty weird. This is one scene where they talk about the toilet when they have to wee. It's very funny, honestly. I like this TV event. I would feel very uncomfortable living on a boat because it starts like rocking and stuff, and I don't really like that. What if it sinks? Boats sink, you know. I mean, just take a look at the Titanic. Yeah. And then there's a shorter scene. I mean, not at that short, but a short scene where the Teletubbies are going. Tinky Winky and Po, I think, are going to like the left, and like Dipsy and Lala are going to the right. I could have gotten that wrong. It could have been the other way around, but yeah. And then we have the Magic House with the magical Ventoon being scrambled up. And it's the bottom left window version, my least favorite. And then, like, it has the baby son screaming at the end, and then they go do the happy dance, which also has the baby son screaming. I think it also, like, added, like, the Teletubbies jingling noises when they give each other a big hug at the end. But yeah. And this is actually the last UK TV episode with both of these segments, so yeah. In the Sunday Special version, it's the same version of the happy dance from the Sunday Special version of Llama, where the windmill stops spinning after they say uh-oh. Dipsy is the missing Teletubby and Tinky Winky is the boo shouter. Granddad's Pigeons. This one's very weird. One, they're playing with the control panel, making farting noises. But yeah, the Home Hill 3 opening shot is used. It shows a zoomed out window windmill clip. The TV event music plays a few seconds too late. I think this is actually the last episode where that happens. I could be wrong. Lala's chosen for a TV event. This kid is, like, helping his granddad feed some chickens. But yeah. And then it has a scene where, like, the Teletubbies are running around and spinning around the house. Or around the Teletubby land. It has a long version of the Right Path 2 opening shot without the windmill on screen. And yeah, apparently they, like, walk past the windmill, apparently. It's pretty weird. But yeah, the baby son's giggling at the end is different than usual. Tinky Winky's the missing Teletubby and Lala's the boo shouter. Now action story. This one's a very interesting episode. The Po and Lala are going in and out of the house. Tinky Winky's chosen for a TV event. These kids are acting out a story with actions, you know. That, apparently. In the next segment, the opening music plays a few seconds late as the alternate Field of 4 opening shot. They're looking all over Teletubby Land for Po, and then, like, they find Po under a tree, and Lala tells a story about her. It's the same tree that, like, Dipsy crashed into when he tried riding on, like, Po's scooter. Was that Dipsy that, like, crashed into it, or was it Tinky Winky? I don't know. But yeah. It's a very weird scene. Dipsy's the missing Teletubby and Po's the boo shouter. Rick Shaw, this one is a very interesting one. This one has an opening scene with the Home Hill 1 opening shot. Dipsy goes down the slide. This was a recurring sketch or something, where, like, each of the Teletubbies would go down the slide, and then they would see the windmill spinning, and they would run off. to watch a TV event. But here, Dipsy doesn't see the windmill spinning. He hears the walking dance music, and Nunu's like, "What?" And then, like, Dipsy runs outside, and they go do the walking dance. And it is the extended version of the walking dance. This is actually one of the few later episodes to have an extended version of a dance. Most of them would have the shortened version. But yeah. And then, like, another scene, it's the scene from Hermit Crabs where the Teletubbies are walking around the hills, and Poe pops up and says, "Boo!" There's no music or opening shots, some of the dialogue is different, and yeah. Dipsy's chosen for a TV event. These kids are, like, riding on a rickshaw. It's kind of like a carriage for, like, a bike. But yeah, apparently. And the next scene has the Home Hill 3 opening shot. Poe's, like, riding all around Teletubby Land on her scooter. And then she rides up a hill, and she starts flying. Like, oh my god. I remember when I first saw this segment on YouTube in a different language, I was, like, shocked. Poe's flying. Hey, look up there, up in the sky. There in the fluffy clouds way up high. They should have sang that song. And she, like, starts falling, and she lands into a tree. Apparently, or a bush. Yeah, it's very weird. It's a very weird scene, in my opinion. In the Sunday special version, instead of the walking dance at the beginning, they do the happy dance at the end. I think it's the same version from nursery rhymes. Since they moved the happy dance to the end, I have to wonder if they show the full version of the Dipsy going down the slide scene where it, like, shows the windmill spinning for a TV event. I have a feeling it does. I feel like I remember seeing something like that. Next, Poe's the missing Teletubby and Tinky Winky's the Boo Shouter. Next up is My Dad's a Policeman. This one has the Teletubbies walking to the left and right. The opening music plays a second late. Dipsy is chosen for a TV event. This kid is showing off, like, his dad's police officer uniform. It's actually very intriguing. And then this weird scene where the Teletubbies' favorite things go down the slide while Poe's scooter comes into the door. But yeah, I think the reason why they showed this is because the favorite things, when they go down the slide, they make the sound of, like, a police car, like, siren. But yeah, as a Right Path 2 opening shot without the windmill on screen. At the end of the segment, shows the Baby Son clip that usually shows up during Tubby Bye Bye, when, like, the Teletubbies are about to say goodbye first time. The voice jump is almost halfway up, and Lala's the missing Teletubby and Poe's the Boo Shouter. But yeah. Next up is Dragonflies. This is an interesting one. Remember that one Dragonfly TV show from PBS Kids? I do, kind of. But I don't think I know anyone who remembers that show. But yeah, I just want to point that out. This opening scene has Tinky Winky shouting out, "Big hug!" And, like, everyone gives him a big hug. So yeah, Lala's chosen for a TV event. These kids are looking at some dragonflies. Yeah, it's pretty weird. And I think this is actually the last... Wait. Jeez. Well, yeah. Basically, like, and after that, they show the Home Hill 1 opening shot, and the Teletubbies do the All Sorts dance, a new kind of dance. It's kind of like a mix between, like, all the different dances on the show, kind of, but yeah. They go up the hill. This is the only UK TV appearance of this episode, but yeah. It shows a rare version of the Rabbit song, and it shows Bird's Eye View windmill clip, and you can hear a little bit of the original whooshing sound from the earlier episodes. And yeah, the Teletubbies come outside, and they see the windmill spinning, and they say, and run off. And they do the Lion and Bear, and it's literally the same version from Asian Storyteller the Fox, but some weird stuff happens. Like, the magical event tune is mixed up, and the stop spinning sound plays twice. Yeah, when the windmill starts spinning normally, you can hear both the whooshing sound and the stop spinning sound. But yeah. In the Chinese version of this episode, they do the entire original version of the event, and of course the camera cuts to the voice trumpet. In the Sunday special version, they go do Lil Bo Peep, which I think might be the same version from Girl in the Back Garden. But yeah, the voice trumpet's rising is delayed. Dipsy's the Boo Shouter, and Tinky Winky's the missing Teletubby. And that's it for now.